Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back. Today I am going to be reviewing Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I've done this video numerous times and the reason why I'm doing it again today is because a friend of mine who has a channel called Jess the Book Freak commented on one of my videos and she said that she had never seen the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And I guess that's the reason why I felt encouraged to actually do this video, is because there are some people like Jess that have actually never seen the movie before. And as a result, have no idea what this book is actually about. So I have no idea who actually wrote this book. It's implied that Steven Spielberg wrote the book. But no matter where you look, whether it's on the outside or the inside, I cannot find the author's name. So if you know the author that actually wrote this book, please comment down below, as this book isn't really amazing, it's not outstanding, but it is written in a good and intriguing way. So some of you may be asking yourself, well David, what's the difference between the book and the movie? Well, the book and the movie follow each other pretty closely. The only differences between the two that I can think of is that some of the scenes in the book are changed around ever so slightly, and there are also some scenes that are in the book that aren't in the movie. One of these scenes is of this airplane that is grounded because it was flying over a restricted airspace, and all these government officials or men in black or whoever they are come on board and they say, right guys, because of this moment where the plane was flying over this banned patch of air or whatever, we have to take away all of your devices, mobile phones, cameras, all that type of stuff, and we'll give it back to you when we have erased all that footage. But apart from that, there isn't much that actually differentiates the two. They are both really, really good. I also want to quickly mention here that Reading and Whatnot did a video review for this book. And at that time, I currently had it on my bookshelves and I told her about it. And I suppose that was kind of a deciding factor for me to pick up this book, as I was curious about what this book had to actually offer. So I'll have a link down below to Reading and Whatnot's video review for this book as well. And as always, this is going to be a spoiler-free video, and this is going to be my own thoughts and feelings regarding this book. And I am going to be talking about this book from the perspective, or to the perspective rather, of someone that hasn't actually watched the Steven Spielberg movie. So before I get into the story, I just want to clarify to you guys what Close Encounters of the Third Kind actually means. And on the back of the book, it does actually have a little explanation about what they all mean. So I'm just going to read them to you guys. So, Close Encounter of the First Kind. Sighting of a unidentified flying object. So when you basically see something weird floating around in the sky. Close Encounter of the Second Kind. Physical evidence after UFO sighting. So after you've seen something flying around in the sky, you find all these weird objects on the floor like metal or whatever. And Close Encounter of the Third Kind, actual contact between human observers and UFO occupants. So when they come out of their ship and they say, "Hi, where is the nearest Starbucks?" And you may be asking yourself, David, do you believe in aliens? And I guess I do, because there has to be intelligent life in the universe somewhere. Sometimes I even wonder if there's even intelligent life on this planet. But yeah, all seriousness, there are loads of planets in the solar system, and it would be kind of arrogant to think that our planet was the only one that was inhabited by intelligent life. So the book starts off with all these scientists and all these government officials going around the world and studying all these strange encounters, like all these strange lights and sounds that people have seen coming from the sky, and they go there to witness all these strange occurrences and document them and all that type of stuff. And the term aliens isn't really brought up in this conversation, they're just there to observe all this weird stuff that's actually happening, like planes and all these ships that have been lost throughout time have mysteriously turned up, and they are trying to figure out what's actually going on. So while all these scientists are doing their stuff and trying to figure out what's going on, we follow our main male character called Roy, who is a family man. He has a good family life. He has loving children. He has a loving wife. And one day he witnesses a UFO flying past him, and it burns one side of his face. And then after this, he goes to his wife and children saying, look, you've got to come with me. I've got to show you this. And he basically says to them that he's seen a UFO. And his wife kind of like doesn't really take it seriously, and I think that's her main thought process throughout this book, is that she doesn't believe her husband. She kind of pushes it to the side and thinks that, okay, let him get this out of his system and he'll go back to normal when he's forgotten about this occurrence or whatever whatever he thought he saw. There is a scene in this book where Roy is actually in the bathroom and he's crying his eyes out, and his wife basically goes up to him and basically tells him to grow up and man up and support his family and look after his children. And I'm actually like, seriously, you can see that your husband is really distressed. Something has clearly happened to him that's burned one side of his face, and instead of trying to comfort him and trying to make him feel better and maybe trying to even understand what he actually saw, and maybe trying to do some research to maybe uncover the truth, her main instinct is just to ignore everything that's actually happened. And yeah, it's just a bit frustrating, it really is. And his kids are slowly turning against him as Roy breaks down. As after his UFO sighting, he thinks he sees, or he's actually imagining this weird shape in his mind, and he's not sure what this object actually is. He gets some shaving foam and he molds it, and he gets some mashed potatoes and he molds it out of that. And he knows that he doesn't know what this shape is, but he knows that this shape is important, but he has no idea what it is or why it is important. But we do find out what this shape actually is. It is really important to the ending of the book, which I won't say what it actually is in case you haven't seen the movie. And as time goes on, Roy gets more paranoid about this shape, and it pushes him and his family apart, and they have basically got into a car and left him. And while this is going on, we find our main female character called Gillian, I believe. And she is a single mother of a little boy called Barry, who finds these strange aliens to be very friendly as they bring his toys to life, and they ultimately abduct Barry from his mother. And the whole of the book is Gillian meeting up with Roy and trying to figure out why this is actually happening and trying to get her son Barry back. And she is the one that was actually with Roy when he saw this UFO. And as a result of this, yes, she can actually see this mysterious shape in her mind. And the book follows their progression about how they actually find out what this shape is and trying to uncover what's going on, because they're really confused, they have no idea. And where this book actually ends up is extremely intriguing, especially if you are a science fiction fan, if you like science fiction movies, if you like aliens, or if you are trying to get into science fiction. I would recommend that you read this. This is a really easy book to read, and this isn't like one of them books where the aliens come down and they basically shoot the humans and all explosions. It's not Independence Day. It's not Mars Attacks or Martian Attacks or whatever that Tim Burton movie is actually called. They actually come in peace. They actually give me the impression that they are here to be peaceful and to observe humans. So that is my little spiel. I can't believe I've actually said that words about this book. Hopefully I've intrigued you to either pick up the book or watch the movie, as they are both really, really good. But for me, I will probably never read this book again. Not saying that it was a really bad book, but I don't know, I would really just prefer to watch the movie, I guess. But what I'm going to rate this book is a 4 stars out of 5. In conclusion, as I just said, I'm just going to echo back. If you are interested in science fiction, if you are trying to get into science fiction, if you like aliens and UFOs and abduction theories and all that type of stuff, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, as I said, I do not know whether I believe in this sort of stuff. To quote the famous poster, I actually want to believe. But this is a really fun book. It's not incredibly complex. It doesn't throw out all these scientific terms that you have no idea what they mean. It doesn't use all these big words that will confuse the reader. It's just a really, really fun, relaxing book. So that is my little video on Close Encounters of the Third Kind. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a like. Comment down below, let me know if you've actually read this book, if you've seen the movie. If you believe in aliens, we can have a discussion about whether they are real or not. Or if you have any recommendations for any other books that are about alien abductions or aliens, please comment down below and I will check them out. And let me know if you actually like this video. Just to echo back once again, I wasn't sure whether to make this video or not. I was just going to let it slide, as I did mention this book in my wrap-up video. But let me know if you found this video informative or enjoyable to watch, I suppose. If you have enjoyed this video as a whole, as always, please subscribe to my channel. And if you do, please click on that bell, as it will remind you whenever I upload videos, which are every Monday and Friday. And I will have a link down below to my Goodreads account in case you want to follow me on Goodreads. A link will be down there as well to Ariel's video from Reading and Whatnot for this book as well. And with all that out of the way, have a Merry Christmas, read some awesome books, and I will see you all in my next video.